Yo, what it do, what it do, what it do, y'all, man. Y'all now rocking with the real world, and I am Alamo. What is good, man? What is good? And who else? I got my guests up here once again.
Just the real type Mason.
The real type Myson. What's good, type Myson, man? How you been?
Good man, I had to bite a couple migrant ants.
A couple migrant ants, man.
Just wanted to see how it tastes.
I know that shit was tasting lovely, man.
Nah, man, it was fucking nasty.
Oh, nasty. They had too much seasoning in that shit. Too much salt. Too much
Too much
salt.
adobo, I think.
Too much adobo, man. I feel you, man. I feel you, man. I feel you how this shit is going today, man. They looking kind of scrumptious for a lot of us, man. You already know, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all up here in the real world, man.
I got one question for New York. When the
What's
fuck
that?
New York start using term gangways?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. This is the shit. This is the shit I've been.
Who the fuck is influencing New York City like this?
Who's doing that?
Gangways. We ain't got no fucking gangways, nigga.
You know who's doing that? New York City is influencing us to be doing the dumb shit that we love that's going on.
Look at this shit.
It's the shit that they won't allow you to do, but they allow somebody else to do. That's the American way. I love them. Yo, let me tell you something. Tyke Mason. I love America just because America does that. You know that dumb shit. They allow anybody else to come up here and do what the fuck they want to go do out there, bro. What you think about that, man?
That seems to be this new American way is come here and fuck this shit up. And we gonna give you everything you want.
Definitely fucking it up, yo.
As long as you're not from here. If you from America, you ain't getting shit.
You know what was crazy today? That we finally got a chance to see four of them. And four of them that they showed up there that jumped those cops and beat they cops. And then now they said they let some of them go because they didn't have no evidence that they did that and all of that shit. That investigation is mad weak. From the start, they would have had everybody that put their hands up there on them police. But I know the people that got arrested with the coats and the shits that they had or some kind of, that they went through all of that, the same shit, bro. Y'all silly with this shit.
How many places they gonna go, bro? They got the motherfucking whatever shelter they in or whatever. Like, where the fuck they going, bro?
But y'all, was hanging out together. So you know what they was doing, what we was doing and back in the days, roaming the city. You know, when you start roaming the city and you ain't really from the town, you going to other barrels and shit, you roaming it, you scoping out shit. And shit like that. And then, those niggas was up in gangs.
Some niggas, they ain't roaming. They got their coyote or whatever they call that nigga. The nigga that they main drug nigga they work for. And they bust and move.
Well, having them niggas out there.
Niggas is moving away right now.
Having them niggas out there terrorizing. But I see a new terrorize coming in. Yeah. These dudes is forming up as in groups. And when people just come inside another place in another country, when they meet each other, they begin to pretend like they knew each other for so long.
You know how thirsty them ICE agents is right now? Them niggas probably looking at these niggas every day like, ooh.
Ready, let me pick the wolves on them. Yo, son. Ooh. You know what was so funny? This is the real shit that we don't talk about.
I'm about to die. I'm about to become a fucking ICE agent. And I'm
being at you said that. This is something that we don't talk about. We talk about all the other shit, and then we don't talk about when once upon a time, there was a thing called ISIS in our city that niggas was running away. They just had recently kidnapped somebody and took them and yo, you got to go back home. Shit. Now these young dudes got to go to trial or whatever they got to go through. If they got to go through any of this shit.
Think about how many fucking parents have literally been torn away from their fucking kids and to go back to their fucking country while their kids are still here. And they can't even get back here, but they.
What about that one black boy? He was with his shorty, and him and his shorty both put in the work on them police officers. How they trial came out, and then the other black dude that fought two police officers by the token spot, by the fucking gate and shit, and was putting in work.
Got his ass whipped in the precinct.
You know what I mean? What happened? He was getting his ass whipped right there. It wasn't no chance for him to be out to get up, and then we just grab him, we apprehend him. Yo, throughout that whole fight.
This the NYPD, bro. They shoot niggas out here.
Yo, type Mike some man, hold on. Throughout the whole goddamn fight, not one time did we hear a whole bunch of cops, 40 dudes.
Yeah.
If you doing
that's ridiculous.
You doing a robbery or you doing anything, faking attempt to do anything, and you look suspicious, how much police that'll be radioed and you'll hear cops all over throughout that whole cop fight that they put out there. You didn't hear not one cop or you didn't see no flashing light.
No.
Where was the cops for the cops to help out the cops? All of this shit is damn near programmed to let you know like what's gonna really happen and how this shit gonna play out when this shit really get ready to go down when they drop the whistle. You feel me? And no lie, the whistle already has been dropped, man. The whistle has already been dropped because now you got homeland wars and shit like that. It's not serious, but it's serious enough to pay attention to. You got different groups is now in the U.S. soil with their problems. You know what I mean?
And they know niggas ain't doing nothing to them. So niggas feel safe as hell right now to do
whatever the fuck you want, yo. And it's like
just whip these cops' ass, and I could walk in this courtroom smiling. Why these niggas' faces wasn't looking crazy?
Yo, go back in time where it was a lot of people that's black folks was like, yo, some of them is proud. Yeah, I had to fight with police. I whooped it out with police. But the niggas that you talk to gonna tell you to whoop out with the police and your ass gonna be whooped, and then you ain't coming home. Ain't no walking out there. Duke, 24 years old, walked out of the precinct, walked out of Central Bucket with a smile on his face and laughing. I ain't see no family members, nobody behind him or nothing. Now, they tell us in America, it looks real good when your family comes to court for you. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So, what good did it look for? What good did it look for son? He didn't even need his family to go out there and go and vouch for him. You know, we don't even know how that shit gonna play out. And for you to put hands on police, like once we said, anybody that's down there been in America in New York City long enough to know that's a no-no. You know what I mean? Any of these states, that's a no-no.
You will get shot.
You will exactly, or you will get ran over. Something will happen to you. Back in the days, they used to be mad. Times Square used to be nothing but cops on horses.
Word.
Where they was at to break up this kind of affair, you know. And when it came down to those young dudes, and you seen migrants, how tough was y'all cops to go say that we don't get on the radio soon as on point that is a whole bunch of rowdy crowd, so cops could come and break up multiple cops so they could break up the situation. And now if it's gonna be a fight, you feel me? A whole bunch of cops fighting, nigga. Like the niggas is fighting and you getting tased,
arrested. That was a group of little black kids, my nigga. Let's keep it real. They would have called for a while back up and they would have been there fast as shit.
So what was the motive for that? The motive of that right at the right timing that there is stop and frisk. They trying to fuck that, they fucking that up and shit like that. And then now to try to make it say that this is why we need to stop and frisk. A whole mob of people standing together because you're gonna need stop and frisk to bring back again. You got a whole bunch of illegal or legal people that's coming in here, illegal people that's coming in here, and you're gonna need to stop these kids. You got a whole bunch of them. You was doing it to us. What makes it different from us?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You was doing it to all of us. Everybody that came out there, that walked in that street, that was in the group. That's what them D's was sitting right there. The regular cops right there. Boop boop. You were scared to walk in the group. Or you walk in a certain funny way, or you got a book bag on or some shit and a hood on there. They don't know what you going to go do. Yo, go pull you over. Suspicion. Why you pulling me over? Get against the car. Start searching. You got ID. You ain't got ID. You start arguing with the people and all of that. And then a lot of shit like, why didn't they stop them and ask them for they don't have no ID, but show me some where you at, bro. I know when y'all came here, all of them got that New York City ID. They ain't got the official one. They got the New York City ID, so they know that you here in the States and shit like that. But I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Like the world is getting into a whole kind of frenzy that this shit is right here. That's probably another illusion for us to stop paying attention. What's going on in the real world? This is what I'm saying.
It's the real criminals being criminals.
You know, and this is where we going. We got fucking the Chinese hackers are preparing to wreak havoc on the U.S. electric grid, the water treatment plant, and the oil and the gas pipelines, and federal directors saying that. And if you don't believe me, you go to Business Insiders and look it up, bro. That's where I got my shit from. And that's the director, Christopher Wary. Right? On Capitol Hill on the 31st, he announced that I'm
just letting all y'all Chinese niggas know right now. When y'all do y'all Red Dawn shit, and y'all start popping out the sky, leave me alone, nigga. I might switch sides like a motherfucker.
Like that. Man, yo, this shit is getting real in the world, bro. That we gotta pay attention. And I ain't trying to scare nobody, but he ain't trying to scare nobody neither. If I ain't trying to scare nobody, you know what I'm saying? He's saying federal director. And he's saying warning that the Chinese hackers and they targeting critical infrastructure.
If they try to even do that, nigga, you gotta drop a bomb on them niggas, my nigga.
Yo, fuck that. When you transfer and you getting into the critical infrastructures and shit like that, and you trying to go there, it's more bigger than the Dow Jones. Because I thought that we supposed to be so secure and locked on everything and all of that shit that we ain't secure. That's what fucks up us. Not us, the world. Because I don't know nothing about what the hell they trying to plan, but it is something that's really trying to be out there being planned. And if you keep talking about the grid, now 2004 is like more shit that Niggas talking about sun rays and then gamma rays is coming over there.
But you know why all these motherfuckers is dumb? Because they always attacking the people. They're always attacking the regular citizens. The government don't give a fuck about the regular citizens. You want to really do some damage, nigga? Go after the motherfucking real niggas. Go after the bankers. Let me see you target them niggas.
But it ain't.
Why y'all niggas don't never want to target the niggas that's actually controlling the shit you got a problem with?
But then you want the real world. It's bigger than that. It's other people targeting us, bro. There's other people targeting us, bro. When you're talking about the water infrastructure of our shit, and you're talking about there's many water plants out here. So you'll have to fuck up whole lot of water plants and shit like that. So that means it's bigger than the Dow Jones, bro. Like it's bigger than the Dow Jones. And if you're talking about destroying the power plants, power grid, like what power grid is you going to destroy? The whole United States power grid.
We got too many undercover hackers.
It's like so many power grids.
That Chinese niggas nice, but we got some nice niggas too. We'll go get some nice niggas.
No, but you know what I mean. For them, it's for tick for tat. You do that, and go on in that with that. It's gonna be the same thing that happens here. And it's going to keep going on. Honey. Going to stop, bro.
Honey.
Never going to stop.
Congressional Committee. Christopher Wray said that Chinese government-backed hackers were gearing up to cause real-world harm to Americans.
China's hackers are positioning on American infrastructure in preparation to wreak havoc and cause real-world harm to American citizens and communities if and when China decides the time has come to strike. Low blows against civilians are part of China's plan.
The warning came the same day that US officials said they had intercepted an extensive Chinese hacking operation attributed to a group known as Volt Typhoon. The group allegedly infiltrated hundreds of routers to access sensitive infrastructure. Allegations that a spokesperson at China's embassy in Washington dismissed as irresponsible criticism. On Wednesday, Wray said hackers are targeting critical infrastructure, including the power grid, water treatment plants, and oil and gas pipelines. An alarming prospect, the committee's chairman said.
And how do you know all that information, bro?
Is the cyberspace equivalent of placing bombs on American bridges, water treatment facilities, and power plants. The sole purpose is to be ready to destroy American infrastructure, which would inevitably result in chaos, confusion, and potentially mass casualty.
Beijing has in the past denied claims of hacking attempts. In recent weeks, both US and Chinese officials have tried to ease hostilities between the two superpowers. US media reported that in November, Xi Jinping told Joe Biden that Beijing would not tamper with the 2024 US election.
You can tell off his body,
over a range of issues, including the status of self-ruled Taiwan, trade, and Beijing's human rights record.
Any other president would have put a little bit fears in them. That's the whole shit that I would say about hiding Biden. Hiding Biden fears
he's just a weirdo. Everybody knows he's a weirdo.
It's not big enough for the people, bro.
Yeah, this nigga.
It's not big enough. You're not scaring nobody. Like
with him, I don't blame the Chinese nigga because he looking at it like, dang, y'all niggas is weak as fuck right now. Look at this sleepy ass old motherfucker. He don't even know the fuck he at. You think he in the damn restaurant?
Well, right we in here getting ready to make it bigger than that. We in here about to get ready to set off World War III from all of these wars that's going on. The secret war that we don't hear about right now, the Russian war, Ukraine war, and shit. We don't hear about that. We hear about all of this other new shit, but Iran now and all of this other shit. We don't hear about.
They will not talk about their fucking war no more. So
we don't even hear about that secret and shit like that.
What is going on over
there? Yo, if Ukraine is defeating Russia like that, what makes you think what the UK would do to them? That's why I'm like, yo, this shit is comical, bro. This shit is comical, bro. Off of old machinery. You know what I mean? Them tanks that they gave them dudes out there to fight that shit. It's old shit, bro. These dudes basically fighting these dudes on the feet.
They sinking their warships and shit.
Feet and drones.
Yo, Russia, what happened to the big bad wolf in the east, my nigga?
You know what the big bad wolf and the threat is? The power that they got, and those is the weapons. You know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, all of this shit that everybody's supposed to, where's these weapons that everybody in the world supposed to, when I was young, son, to the sun, and it blown all it up and burned it up in the sun.
Peep this.
Yo, I'm like, yo.
Peep the wild shit, right? Fucking, they froze Russia's assets, the EU.
Come on.
Billions. And then they about to send that shit all to the Ukraine.
Come on, bro. Come on. Come on.
They about to smoke Russia, my nigga.
But then, like I say, Russia also has their little secret weapon. Like the ones that have the most in the top on the secret weapons is the US, the UK and the US, and Russia and China. Yo, so you know if the set off that shit, it's going to be a chain reaction to all of these other people that got their little shit like Iran and all of these other people, because you know this other war that's going on with these people over here. It seems like the talk went down, it settled down. Like you don't see the people crowding up in the streets and all of that shit that we was getting every week, every 3 days, 2 days. It was nothing but all of that. And then they bring up that shit that they was making a hole inside of the ground and all of that other shit. So that took away some of the leverage off of people thinking about what's still going on all over the world and shit.
If that happens to Russia though, that fucks up a lot of countries' power plays, including China. Cause y'all lose y'all biggest fucking asset over there. Y'all gonna be fucked up again.
Sounds
all of them niggas.
It sounds like that. It sounds like that. But you know, like,
but you can always count on good old Russia. Come save your ass. You need something.
But yeah, like a lot of this shit is to me it's probably like a lot of fake, bro. It's like a lot of fake because to get us on right now is more dedicated to who's winning, who's going to be the next president election and for the US. You know what I mean? And like, yo, being that they don't know, it's confusing. We're gonna need some shit. Like when Obama I guess around won his second term. That's when the time when he was going in to kill Bin Laden and all of that shit and everything. And then the next thing you know, Bin Laden is dead, and then here's the second term. Yeah. So all of these shits is basically going off of all right, let's see who gonna stop what or who gonna bring on to something so we can keep this. Like they said, if the only way if somebody else get elected president and the other president stays inside the election, it have to be war. You know what I mean? So if we go into war, then that president can't get out of that seat until the war is over because he's the commander in chief. Huh?
Yeah, you can still elect me, brother. Yeah,
He can't leave until the war is over. Oh well, I thought they couldn't leave until the war is over. Type N.Y.C said, "Nah, that's not true." Anybody believe what I say? I don't know, no. But I always thought that like whoever's in war, that president got to stay there until the war. He just can't come in there because he don't know the plans, bro.
No.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But I would think that that's the only way he can stay inside the presidency. It's like it's doing war and shit like that. You can't change some shit like that. I might be wrong, but if I'm right, no. But that's That's where it's sitting at, bro. Like they need some kind of conflict or something, before they could take into another hole. Another hole they had mad weird shit going at the border. What you call that? The borderline and shit like that. Shit. A lot of weird shit going over there. There's a whole lot of investigation that got to get investigated. Like, yo, why is this moving fast like this? How is these people just coming in here by the hundreds of thousands? You know what I mean? Like, by the hundreds of thousands, that's called for an investigation, because that means somebody just like, fuck that. Go ahead, come in. Go ahead and come in and shit. Real world talk, son. New York shit. I'm getting tired of shit. You can't move around, bro, like how you used to. I'm getting tired of that, people taking and robbing other people's jobs that came here. You know, and them Chinese hackers is out there, B. And they doing what they doing. Why, yo, this is shit. Why is it always Chinese hackers? You never hear no Indian hackers,
no Nigerian
hackers, no African, no Puerto Rican hackers. Well, like, yo, the niggas that you would never suspect. Yo, why you never had none of that shit that niggas would never suspect? Every time a hacker comes in, this shit is always somebody else trying. Like, they is the smartest people on this earth. God built a lot of people out here that's mad smart. You don't have no what you call the hackers? What you call these dudes? No white supremacist hackers. You don't have no black revolutionary hackers. All this, you don't have none of these kind of hackers, but just one person that can do the craziest shit. Niggas know how to in the ghetto, in the hood, we know how to scam.
And they don't even got the best technology in fucking Asia. Japan does. You know that
so
shit.
It might could just take a little ass radio you had from back in the days and know how to put the wires and now you got some bug shit going on. It's like, yo, that's deep,
Nah,
bro.
but it's because it's a dictator country, so he literally has like niggas learning this shit from the moment they able to learn this shit.
Yeah, from birth.
You forced to do that shit.
And then
you have to be a hacker.
And then another shit is like America don't be understanding them foreign change students. When they come here, they get more big time and they get more
straight espionage.
Straight more information how to do shit. Because to learn how to do something over there, they might be missing a missing key over there, and then the other part is over here. So then that's how they complete it. Like, yo, like they have them African kids out there be making cars and shit running out of water. They be, yo, so I'm saying Africa, these dudes is like the technology that they doing, and
there's a lot of smart ass people
all around this world. Word up.
But the world don't invest in smart people. Invest in dumb motherfuckers.
Dumb geniuses. The ones that think they smart.
Geniuses. No, we only need the geniuses we pick out that's gonna work for us and do what the fuck we tell them. The rest of y'all, we don't need y'all miscellaneous geniuses out here creating, trying to save the world and doing all this stuff. Nah, y'all gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't making no money out of that.
Mm.
You create fucking cars running off of water. Everybody can afford that shit. Nigga, I ain't got time for that.
Yo.
Trying to make billions, nigga.
You think that being that these people is coming in here inside of the city, that it's gonna be enough room for those jails?
Hell no.
Yo, and they say jail is one of the biggest commodities and the biggest.
Records is already a fucking hot steaming mess.
Yeah, but the payouts for having them inmates in there and housing them inmates is a lot of money, son.
So you think that might be the play?
Exactly.
All these niggas in so they can lock all them niggas up.
Exactly, and use them for exactly.
That could be possible.
Cause right now I did see. I'm not going off what I'm seeing. It left is facts, but allegedly they were saying that they did show people in them, and they were saying that to come here, the government is asking them, do they want to be service people and do they want to work for the army? I remember back in the days.
That shit ain't true.
I hope so too. But I remember back in the days they were showing, I think, coming through Virginia and Maryland, they had a train, a fucking fake train full of nothing but UK, UN, military tanks and all of that shit was coming through the town and shit. And they was showing it like thousands and thousands and thousands of train carts. And it was nothing but full with military equipment on that shit, military. So they was bringing
a lot of train tracks around this country that people think ain't being used no more.
And then FEMA is getting ready for if the power grid go out and all of that shit is going down and everything.
Nigga, we fucked. We gotta depend on FEMA.
We can't ready to get down.
We might as well kill ourselves now, nigga. We gotta depend on some fucking FEMA.
I'm telling you, like, the people that stood in New Orleans and the people that stood with them big storms is that they know what going without a few days of no electricity. Now until the power grid, until the power should get put back on.
The poor, I mean, shit, niggas poor people going know how to survive. We gonna figure it out.
But this is what I'm saying.
But rich niggas is gonna lose their mind after a couple of days.
I'm saying though,
what's that fridge?
Probably a whole lot of people, it depending on how long is the power grid lasts out, that people go into panic mode. Because panic mode can set in after a week, like, yo, damn, son, I don't have no light. We keep going through the same shit. Son, because remember when we went through that shit,
niggas have been refugees multiple times in our lives.
Some refugees is mad cool. But being frozen to death,
I ain't say what kind of refugees.
Exactly.
He was a refugee.
That's the real world.
Stuck in the shit was like you said, nigga, that shit was
freezing. Yo, you know?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, we only bear through that for a couple of days. You know what I mean? Like a week.
Yeah, we got like a week out of that.
2 weeks out of that.
Yeah, it was some shit.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Now 2 weeks out of that. Now you can't go through the whole town and get nothing because all of that shit is burned out and all the food, and we seen that Chinese food supermarket, it got so bad.
Niggas are surviving off of noodles and pizza.
Yep, it got so bad that the Chinese people was giving out spoiled food, and the news was like, be careful of the food that you take in, and then you was getting it for free. And you go into the supermarket and the freezers was out for so long and shit like that, and the supermarket was cleaned out because people heard that there was the food and they was giving out free food. Once they heard it, the whole projects, everybody was out there and going into that didn't left that land. And then you had military dudes out there protecting it and telling you who could go and get gas. And we was going to get gas by fucking what you call that shit? By alphabet. So if your name is the last initial is the what's the name, and I was sure was the last, yo, down there the last, we had to go out there and you have to be on the line and you could get gas. Anybody remember that shit in Sandy in New York City? They would tell you. Manhattan was like that. Queens was like that. Fucking Brooklyn, certain parts of Brooklyn was like that. Certain parts of Brooklyn, that's where we had to go and get our food and shit like that. So you know what it was. You had to carpool. You couldn't get across anywhere. Like even when the World Trade Center went down, they blocked off every last bridge inside New York City, protected those shits. You couldn't go there. You go downstairs in the train station, you seen dudes with military suits and all kind of assault rifles and all that type of shit, and dogs. You go down there now, you don't see none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't see none of that shit down there now. So it's like a whole transformation. Everybody out there doing when them servicemen was down there, you had a better chance of hearing that the crime and all that shit went down. I ain't saying come and bring in martial law, but I know what martial law was. World Trade Center went down. You can't go nowhere without an ID. Where we live. You can't go nowhere. You can't go to Delancey. You can't cross Houston Street. You can't cross certain places. You gotta have an ID to know where you live at to go back and forth. And these is military dudes. They gave us curfews. We have fucking curfews, bro. So I know what a military lockdown is. Anybody that said, no, we ain't never been there, go look that shit up. In New York City military lockdown. When all the fucking train stations happened, New York City train stations was flooded. The major ones, Wall Street and all that shit and all that. I know all that. They just was rebuilding, coming back from the World Trade Center shit, that train station, and then had to rebuild right over because the shit was so flooded all the way up to the top. You can't even walk through that shit and none of that shit. Come on, bro. So you know what rebuilding is and what it ain't. That was a temporary. But imagine everybody lights out. It's scary. It's scary. It's scary when you got your little loved ones that live across town from you that can't even get out there and gotta if you're gonna try to get in contact with them, that shit is in the daytime and you gotta get up soon as the roosters come out and try to make it because all transportation and all that shit ain't working. Now everything is walking across bridges. Yeah. Well, once the lights is out, it's a scary place. It's scary. Ain't no nigga never been in the forest. Ain't no nigga never been camping. And they battery light went out in the nighttime. And you can't see nothing. Different type of dark. Yo, ain't nobody even been in the building, yo, for all those days. And then when my building they was fixing downstairs in the daytime, you can't see shit. When that shit got to the fucking nighttime, it was a wrap. Everybody got to stand close to each other. Into the daytime, yeah. Word, man. Well, this is the real world, man. Stay safe, man. Get y'all shit up, man. Put in your water. Learn how to focus on you ain't got to eat too much. Then you're going to have to start appreciating the eats. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I might be modest on the next plate. Just make enough to make me feel all right. Not no shit to make me feel extra. Like, they let you know it's no more time for getting fat. They don't want you to get fat. So there's no more time for you to get fat anymore. It's now the time of getting diet and getting fucking skinny. What you think, type mics? That's how you gonna get skinny.
Definitely time for a diet.
This is like time for a diet. That's the only way you're gonna get skinny. Niggas is fucked up. So, you know, if it happen, it happen. If it don't, it don't. But, you know, down the long run, there's a lot of shit that's happening right in front of your eyes and it's non-controllable, bro. It's non-controllable. It's not controllable about how people's statistics be so dumb in the asshole and don't even know what they be talking about. Just saying this type, Meister. Facts checks. Black people commit the most murders in America. Anybody that's black up there, that's the question. That's just what question. And where this coming from again? Reload. Come on, bro. Is that the question? Do black people commit the most murders in America?
According to the FBI, no.
Yeah, okay. Because what he said, the claims black on black crimes is a legit problem. High incarcerated rates prove that black people are more violent, common, commit more crimes, and responsible for majority of the white people's killing. That shit had me laughing, bro. That is the most hideous, the most funniest shit out there. Our rates false. Yeah, that's what they say, right? Cause yo, this is the most hideous shit I ever heard, bro. Yo, black on black crime is high, the most highest incarceration in the rates. And in our eyes, we might look at it like, yeah, there's all those black people in there, but the people that's inside of the jail don't even know what the statistics look like. I don't know what it sounds like. They know they're in jail and they see a whole lot of other folks that's in there, that's them. And that's in the local jails. When you start going out there on those big ass lands, you start going up in the mountains and shit, you start to see that is a lot of people in there. But whether directly or indirectly, what he say, violence is often glorified and perceived to be an essence part of black culture. Now, what you think about that, Paul? Like Tyson.
The problem is that the problem with that is that people who aren't black automatically associate all black people with the ghetto. They think that there's 60 million of us in the country and all 60 million of us are in the hood or grew up in the hood. There's no black people who didn't grow up outside of the ghetto. They all grew up fucked up.
Yeah, I get that perspective. And that's totally ignorance, ignorant to the mind. That you would really think that
I know there's a lot of black people like, nigga, I ain't grow up like that.
Culturally, we are Neanderthals, we cave people. Culturally, we are people that supposed to have been in our own forests or woods and been secluded and all of that. Yo, if you go into those other countries and shit, it is countries like that you are not allowed in. Americans not allowed in.
Hold on, let's get to the real statistics.
Mm-hmm.
Let's break the real statistics down for a second.
And in the United States, the
white people commit the most murder. According to the FBI, white people commit, according to the FBI, crime in the United States. These are statistics from 2013. Expanded homicide data, table 6. White people commit the most murders. And out of the murders that black people do, what's that? I think it said 89% of those murders are black people on black people. White people, it is literally around the same number.
So it's equally?
So white people kill white people at around 80-something percent, and black people kill black people around 80-something percent. So murder in America is interracial. It's not race on race. It's not really a race on race thing.
Yeah, but
most people who get murdered by somebody of their own race.
Yeah. Yes, I can understand that. It's like many of those, but then you gotta say that shit is bullshit because throughout the wars, that's white on white crimes. And multi-percentage of people that's dying in the war, there's a lot of black folks.
They don't want to get you.
because that's bullshit. Everybody that's fighting right now against each other over there, those is white folks. That's bullshit. You know what it is I think they going off a statistic of neighborhoodly wise, because you know they got something for neighborhoods.
No, they're not counting on that other shit.
Oh, that's all in neighborhoods.
They ain't counting no wars.
No, I'm talking about anywhere. Okay, all right, yes, all right. And neighborhoodly wise, that's why.
It is. Yeah, it's just a neighborhood.
And that's why.
Yeah. You want to kill who the fuck is in your neighborhood. And most white people live around other white people. Most black people live around
now this is the choice of why that's happening
in poor community.
And why is that
happening?
Why is that happening? Because you're not mixing up the race. When you mixed up the race and you had the race and showed them before non-being racial, and y'all became in here as unity because y'all still came from one creator, and that's that maker up there. I don't give a fuck what color you is, what is your agenda, or nothing. You still came from that one creator, and that's that person up there. And you would live soulfully. It wouldn't be all that. Everybody want to segregate and put folks on top of folks.
Don't say everybody.
You know,
we know who's really doing it.
Right, because
but we know who wants to segregate everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you was the real shit, like when I was telling niggas talking about Martin Luther King.
When it was just us, we fought over regular shit.
Ain't shit the king did for us, man.
Just regular shit. Like, yo, nigga, this nigga getting on my nerves. Or yo, this nigga, you owe me $5. Some dumb shit like that.
But
niggas is fighting over regular shit.
Yeah, but racially, what I see and what we all know, who are the dominant, and yes, they is dying off. Yes, we are dying off. But right now in this type of topic, this type of world we living in, we can't really worry about race. We got to worry about is we all going to be here on this planet to live, to be able to hate one of us. Because the way the shit is going is like, yo, half of us are not going to even be able to live out on this planet to be able to hate one another. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that shit straight first. You got to go and say, wait up, hold on. We are the people that have grandkids. We are the people that have youth.
I think we better off, like, if we focus on the younger generations, we could do that. Because a lot of younger niggas ain't really thinking as much like the older generations. It's still there, but not as bad.
Well, because we gotta focus on something to equal out this world, bro. Because the world right now, we going through storms, bro. We going through shit that we ain't used to seeing. And in over 50 years, whoever been here about 50 years and shit like that, or maybe I know around my time, and I was in here in the time when it was popping. I ain't never seen what I've been seeing here going on today. Like today be the most darkest day of every day. You know, when you wake up every day, you used to have a sunshine. Like you could be getting up, thinking about going to parties and want to do something, or go to your friend's house and go and chill. Y'all go and pop shit and talk shit and shit. Today's day, this shit got dark, but like nobody want to do nothing. Everybody's like, niggas is zombies.
That's a good point. Well, it's very dark right now.
It's very dark right now. It's like 2024 became, to me, the beginning of the start felt like the world became zombies. If y'all not paying attention to the world, it's about to be now to be paying attention to the world. If we say what zombies are looking like, look at a lot of people. Yeah, you ain't seeing people walking with their heads up no more. People walking with their heads down. But these dudes like, yo, son, poverty just got up, bro. Poverty just got up. It just got weird for us, bro.
Not like the old poverty.
But it ain't the old poverty was bald, bro. It was the new poverty is the new world, bro.
It was like
new world.
It was like we was poor, but niggas had like even though it was a fucked up community, we still had a community though. It was fucked up, but we still had one.
I think it was more beautiful because
come on, you see the preacher walking, you know what I mean, walking through the hood. You might have seen the pimp. You might have seen the drug dealer. You saw everybody.
I seen in the hood that they stopped people from doing where in the front of your building you had old people used to take care of the building and the project so good that they let them do their little fruit garden. They have little cabbage in the front of the shit, tomato trees. You might have a little bit something growing out of the ground and shit like that and everything. And it was more big for the
remember when we had trees and shit?
Yeah, you ain't got
fruit trees,
berries and shit like that. Canepa trees.
You can actually pick that shit off and eat them.
Pears and apples and shit.
I mean, not right there, you clean.
Nah, my shit, we was eating them pears and the apples and all that shit right there, bro.
Like apples. I remember niggas had apple trees when I was a little kid, bro.
Those little berries and the projects, bro.
Oh, saying the peas. We had apple trees.
So you had shit, we had shit like. But what the government said,
crazy.
The government said, yo, there's no more of that shit.
That shit is
no more growing your own shit. And everything you grow, you got to go through us. Ain't no more natural seeds and
you got to be a real wild motherfucker to just want to destroy the earth for no fucking reason.
You know, you got to be a nigga that's about to die. Yo, it's always a nigga about to die, about to do some wild shit. So like, yo, bro, my life ain't even living no more anyway. So, it's a. You know, they used to say the ugly motherfuckers, always the niggas out there that's doing the wild shit because he ugly. But you got niggas that already know that, yo, son, my time is up. That's why they give you these kind of presidents and shit and all these kind of other people and on all of these people backing up the presidents and shit. My time is up. All of these niggas family members and all of these big time family members that rules the world and owns the world. When is somebody gonna get old? It's like, yo, when they gonna stop lending? When is you gonna stop lending down the money? They just keep talking about somebody else is still alive. And yo, nigga, they ain't even know the history
because we let these niggas play us with the money.
Yo,
we outnumber these niggas too much to still be letting these niggas play with us.
But you don't have the army. That's what
I'm saying though. Them niggas too.
That's the red difference.
Why the fuck you letting a nigga tell you to go kill somebody?
That's why you got migrants. That's why you got migrants.
No, it don't matter. I'm talking about period. Like, why would you let somebody tell you, yo, go kill these niggas? And you like, wait, I don't even know why I'm going over here.
That's why you got migrants. Once again, that's why you got migrants. These niggas that's gonna come over here and gonna have no pity from hurting somebody else that don't have nothing to do with their country. That's the only thing they known for. That's why they jumped on police and broke the polices up. Yo, no lie. Let's get to this real shit. We're back into the world where it was like the 20s, beginning of the 20s, the 90s, the end of the 90s, middle 90s. It was a soon ass world. Cause I'd be damned if niggas working on the police force and they don't sue on that shit, don't sue the city on that shit, they some crazy motherfuckers. I'm going to the thing. If I was one of them niggas, I was going to the hospital. I'm injured, niggas, and you could see that off the thing that they was kicking them in the head and all of that. Where was they protection? They was trying to protect the thing. So I was suing them. And then now, once you suing them, I'm suing them and the migrants that came here since they not going to jail. And since they're gonna go through all that, that's a whole lawsuit. I can't come back to work because I'm having what's her name? I could have shot these dudes, all type of shit, bro. Like, yo, when is world gonna come back? And then history repeats itself. Who's gonna be next? And they're doing it now. You're gonna have migrants out there jumping, innocent people that lives in their town and their city, New Yorkers. You don't think that makes it look bad on for them old folks, especially those Karens, especially them white folks, especially them black Karens too, especially them black folks, them older folks. You don't think they scared? You don't think they hearing this shit on old people like they beating up cops? You know, they in the game. Once they start seeing a whole bunch of them together, you know, it make them people nervous. Right now, these people ain't got nowhere to go. They see an old woman. That's the next shit.
That's what it's going to take.
They're gonna rob her, and sometimes God forbid, man, they do that, nigga. Yo, ISIS better come out for everybody, bro, for that shit. If they do that shit. But this is what it's getting ready to get into. It's getting ready to get back to what's the prohibition days. We have these motherfucking immigrants over here selling liquor, illegal liquor, booze, and all that. Okay, all of that, all of that shit, nigga.
Niggas ain't dumb.
Niggas ain't stupid, bro. What's in your bag, nigga? What's in your bag, nigga?
You can try to people that don't know New York.
Tom, when you walking in a group amongst, you can even have some Spanish dudes in your group. You can even have a couple of white dudes in your group. But if they see the majority of outlet black people in there and they hear noise and y'all can have yourself a good time and all that, automatically you're getting surrounded. Automatically it's getting real crazy out there. You telling cops put your guns down. Ain't nobody, is all right. It's all right. Calm down. You got folks on the outside of the street. They like, they ain't do nothing. They was just type of shit. And these dudes ain't had nobody that charge no weapons, no nothing. Oh shit. They're gonna discharge that weapon, the nigga start running, or somebody was gonna attack them. So they played smart. It's a suit time now, man. It's a fucking suit time. Pay attention to the world, bro. It's more white folks out there killing white folks. And it's more, since you want to go white on white crime and black on black crime, fuck it. Let's go on to white on black crime. How long that been going on? How long many people been deaths? How many people still getting ridiculed to this day? Not even killed. They not even killed. But you just killed their character. You killed they whole everything they did for themselves and worked themselves into. How about that? You know what I mean? Death don't come in all type of ways. Death can just be killing people's soul, taking their life away from them, and they work so hard for that. That goes on to blacks killing whites. I hear about it, but that's not like cops. How every time you watch cops got black folks getting fucking ate up by the dog, or they chasing them, and how police chasing, they bleeding and shit like that.
And they admitted that they specifically
they was targeting people. You know what I mean? So
it's about perception.
You know what I mean? It's like, and it's like, what's bigger? Who killing who more?
Think about the admiration black people would have if they didn't do things like that.
Come on.
If they wasn't constantly promoting black people in the media as being the boogeyman, everybody around the world would niggas would be adored everywhere. Because all they got now is shit they want to copy.
Yeah. What's the name made it whole sense? Jesse the Ventura, the wrestling dude. When he came on, did all that. He said every music that you listen to in this world is they got that from black people, black folk. Every music, every genre of music, he said from country to white to black, every music was from us. That's some shit you gotta really think about and you gotta really look at. Trying to take back, man. Take back what's yours, man. Take back what's yours. If you feel it's time for you to fight for your family and you fight for the person out here that you want to see next live and go on and keep your journey and keep your name on the everlasting, fight for them, man. But those are people that's going to really be here in this world that's going to really need it. They're going to really need it. They're going to really need a God to help them and save them. You know what I mean? Because we only in the beginning stage. We thought we was in the beginning stage back in the days, We in the beginning stage now, bro. This is where it starts at, man. It starts right now. Look at your sky every day. I don't know if you in here with these fucking force Miami spaceship aliens. I ain't saying look up in the sky for aliens, but I'm just saying look up in the sky every day, man, and look at your weather, bro. Look at this shit around you, bro. Look at how your corner store ain't there no more. That should tell you the world changed. Wow. When something you was there for when you was a young person, and it ain't there no more
culture.
There's no more culture. There's no more freedom. It wasn't.
Once you start seeing Starbucks and Walmarts in your towns and shit like that, that kills the culture.
But the culture got killed because now the Starbucks is getting killed. A lot of them ain't even making that money no more. So you know what I mean? A lot of those big ass shits that was really meaningful to a lot of shits, a lot of those stores is closing down, bro. Everything get ready to go to Amazon, bro. and if you ain't on Amazon or doing nothing else, you ain't in with the program. And Amazon was losing too. There's a lot of these companies that's taking big losses. Like they just now said, this nigga Mark Zuckerberg taking the loss too. Fucking this dude is taking a big ass drop from what you call these cars. Those cars that drive by himself and all of that shit. Yeah, Tesla. He's having a big ass falling drop too. Because people ain't buying these cars because these cars is having so much difficulty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Problems with it and shit like that. So a lot of these companies that was big techs, these people is losing money by the day. By the fucking day. You ain't seeing it and you hearing the big tech people. Yeah. They losing money by the day. That's why they didn't board up half of everything before they lose the money. So they got something they could back themselves up on. You know what I mean? That's the whole shit. That is the whole shit. To have the money. You need some kind of collateral. Don't you buy jewelry for collateral? Mm-hmm. I don't think people buy jewelry just to be rocking jewelry, to be sporting it. Yeah, and that's the goofy niggas when you go start buying, icing it out and putting in chips where this nigga says, yo, I'm tired of niggas talking about niggas don't flood their shit out. They don't flood their shit out because they broke and shit like that. You supposed to make it. No, you ain't. Because when you broke, you gonna win.
God ain't real, bro.
Exactly. They factory made.
Diamond fucking experts.
They factory made, and then you getting dust.
I literally seen one nigga that was a diamond expert, and the nigga was like, "Cause I went to school for this shit," and I was like, "I just ain't about to be out here buying fake shit."
Niggas out here with dust.
Y'all not that dude.
Just go out there and get a chain and don't know what the chain was made out of, how it was made, and all of that. Just because you look good and you want him to made it, he making that shit with everybody else ice, everybody else old back material and shit like that, and putting it in there. Yo, I ain't seen this lady. It's like, yo, we makes these diamonds. We got diamonds. I forgot, and they still worth money that they made. The whole in-home grown shit. Like, yo, what the fuck? Y'all manipulating crystals. Y'all manipulating gems. Now, if you can manipulate those kind of gems and minerals and atoms and all that other shit, what else? What else? So that means anything can happen, bro. Anything can happen. Manipulating is a motherfucker, and that's the next topic, bro. Manipulation. World manipulation. On the next real world, when we come in, it's going to be about world manipulation. Who manipulates the world? The bats. Is it your spouse? Is it the government? Is it people you know? Or is it the government? We got the great manipulation, and that's going to be on the next real world. is called a great manipulation. Who got it? Is it the people you know or the government? Next show coming up. Check us out, man. I am the great one as always. See me everywhere, everywhere and everywhere. In your home, your car. See me on the moon. You know what I mean? See me out underwater if you underwater, man. I'm out of the mall always.
And I'm tight, Mike.
You heard us?